With Philip Rivers the ninth at the helm and Coach Gary McJenkins leading the troops on the sideline, NC State is primed for a big run through the ACC and beyond next year. For those of you that remember, the one and only Coach Gary McJenkins, who led New Mexico to a national championship. He's been at Bowling Green for 5 years. He racked up a 62-21 record. Famously took down Georgia in their backyard for the national championship in year 5. He's fallen on hard times as a tough loss to Miami as the Hurricanes finally beat an Ohio team for a national championship. And after that, it was time for a change of scenery as Coach McJenkins would take his talents southeast to Raleigh, North Carolina, lead the Wolfpack, and in year 1, Clemson would spoil our season with a Hail Mary at the buzzer. A bounce-back win over North Carolina was crucial, 38-28 at the end of year 1. Wake Forest would get us at the end of the regular season, but to start year 2, there would be a new sheriff in town, but by an old name, Philip Rivers the ninth leading the helm of the Wolfpack. Considering his dad threw for 3,000 yards as a freshman, Philip Rivers the ninth is going to have a lot to hold up to, and in that opening game against USC, in the opening drive, USC was all about their business. Jeremy Kerr from 19 yards out, 6-0 Trojans. Philip Rivers' first pass, not good. First drive, not good. Make it 13-0 USC. The Trojans are rolling on top. Rivers, another rough pass. Couldn't get it done there. But on 4th and 2, they decide to gamble with the true freshman. Slides, gets the first down. And then fire drill bit, 21 yards out on a screen pass. 13-7, right back in it. Rivers' next 2 drives would fail, and unfortunately, the Wolfpack would be down 19-7. But he is the stuff. Buff Bagwell, 101-yard kick return makes it 19-14. And then on the following kickoff, Shagadelic forces the fumble, but the Wolfpack can't do much with it as Philip Rivers is sacked, fumbles the ball. But the defense does a good job of holding their own. Philip Rivers scrambles out and finds a wide-open David Thompson, who makes the play of the game. Watch this incredible one-handed catch. Gets him down to the 30, where eventually Rivers will find Pat Pucker back of the end zone 20-19, but unfortunately trying to add to the lead, Rivers will throw the interception, which eventually leads to USC kicking a field goal with about a minute to go in order to take the lead, and they will bury it. But as special teams have been the name of the game so far, Holy Schmidt dances, keeps it on his feet, and then watch this incredible cutback. House call this one. 26-22 NC State. Schmitty and Shagadelic celebrating. Metropolis will get the sack with a minute to go. Time is winding down. Greco will hit the draw play for 10 yards, pushing them into a 1st and goal situation. Hearn back of the end zone. Eli Apple deflected, and now let's hear the internal thoughts of Coach Gary McJenkins.
No, he's short. He's short, though. No! That's a horrible spot. Hold on. They're going to review it. I was about to...
Thank you. So after final play of the game, where Hearn back to pass with no time remaining. Back corner of the end zone, McCoy, touchdown. And NC State will fall to 0-1 on the season, and they will need a new face to help wrestle them back to 500. Bagwell is the stuff, and he's the focus early on as NC State takes an early 14-6 lead. There's a 102-yard kick return is the difference. Philip Rivers, the ninth, still fighting the equipment manager to get the right nameplate on his jersey. Fires this missile to Pat Pucker. 44 yards. That is an NC State touchdown. 21-12 Wolfpack. What a start for Philip Rivers, the ninth, second game ever. And Eli Apple makes sure the only throwing the Cowboys are doing is to the Wolfpack. That interception at the end of the first half, coupled with this big play from Rivers to Pucker again, makes it 28-12. And then the second half was all Wolfpack. Philip Rivers ends up 214 yards, 2 touchdowns in his second game ever. His third game starts with the Turd Ferguson scoop and score. And NC State takes an early 7-0 lead. Look at the big fellow rumble. 7-7. King, middle of the end zone, touchdown 14-10, but the defense just could not get a stop. Jackson here scrambles, gets the touchdown. They score 20 unanswered and eventually take a 27-14 lead. With his nameplate fixed after the fight with the equipment manager, finds Pat Pucker the second, his favorite target. 61-yard touchdown, finds King again, and then he scrambles out to get into the end zone, cutting the lead to 2 with 3:05 to go. But on the crucial 2nd and 1 here, play action pass, Georgia Tech never throws. But guess what? Another Johnson catching touchdown passes for Georgia Tech. 37-28 Georgia Tech. Rivers back again, finds Spencer James over the middle. The onside kick fails, and on 3rd and 2, the screenplay gets him as Riley sneaks out, breaks Turd Ferguson in half. And that'll do it from Atlanta as NC State falls to 1-2. Coach McJenkins reeling, but up next, the Hokies from Virginia Tech. Let us know how you think the Virginia Tech game is going to go in the comments. Make sure to drop a like. See you guys soon.